If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home. I was just so far from here, focused on my own way, with never looking back to those who lived in fear.
How do you think this looks right now?
I think she looks fine. Proportionate.
Proportionate, fairly long legs, but kind of like this. All right, we're done with, okay, that's the basics there. You can go back here and make changes on various points, like, for example, you have the different antennas. Ooh, the tucked antenna look, where the antenna are actually down. Doesn't work good with this hairstyle, though. You need really short hair for that to work better. But you have the rounded, and there are all the forward ones. I think we're going to go with this one. It's more the Enterprise look.
Yes, I like Enterprise Andorians.
Yep.
Can you go down to the hairstyle? Dark
Yep.
is controlling at the moment. So if you see the little square to the right-hand side there, that's the color of the hair. So we've got her with white hair.
Which is
These are your color options. And you can just roll through all of them, and if you mouse over it, you'll see the hair colors as you're going through it.
As we're doing it right now.
And when you find something that appeals to you, just click on that one.
I think we're going to go a little bit more grayish on the white, just to dial it down a little bit.
Yeah, it can get intense.
But the other way to lower the intensity is the shininess here. A lot of hairstyles will have the shininess bar, especially on the longer hair points. You find yourself good balance like that. The other point here is you have the skin colors.
Remember, your Andorians are blue skins.
Right.
And you can take it from exceedingly pale to exceedingly dark. Totally up to you.
Right now we're really pale, and I'm not digging that a little bit. But I don't want to go too mega blue. Right about there, I think. Then you have patterns, which is makeup, eyeshadow, which just basically is shadowing, lip color, and things like that.
Correct.
Or you can go plain completely on there, but we're going to highlight the eyes a little bit.
And again, you can see that there's a color selection on the makeup overall. In this case, we're seeing a purplish tone. And you can go ahead and play with the colors however you like them.
The problem is there's not individual settings for some of this stuff, so we're going to go change it this way. Pretty good basics.
You can also adjust your eye color.
Yeah. It's a green-eyed Andorian.
You'll also notice that directly above the Toon, you'll see some bars for face. That's your skin color, eye color, and hair color. So if you just want to do a rapid change, you don't have to come into this advanced menu.
Yep, and then of course there's an adjustment for the ridges in the headline right around here, as you see. You can make them
a little hard
less
to tell
prominent.
with this. Yeah, with this haircut, it's a little harder to see.
You can see it right around in here. So easy way to tell some of this if you switch to a static stance there. And then they don't move, and then you can see it a little better now. Slide up, it gets a little more prominent right around here. And then if you want to do other changes, you can see a lot of the generics in the hair and the head and all that. The eye depth looks a little shallow. I'm going to Bring that down. Let's see. Brow protrusion. A little more there. That looks pretty good. I think the eye size might need a little more or a little less, you think? Width
A little
looks
more.
a little more.
There
Yeah,
you
they
go.
look a little wide too, so let's take it down to about there.
If you're wondering why you've got all these adjustments, as you go through the game, you'll discover people doing very good character creations for completely alien characters, but we've also got people who can do almost dead-on Spocks and Datas and Picards, and
And
the work they
I,
do is excellent. And you
I
can,
did it. I did technically George Kirkwood Jason, and
and you just did a Trip Tucker.
yep. And it's Andoran. We're going to draw in the cheeks a lot and bring those cheekbones out a bit, because Andorans do tend to have an angular feature thing going with them. Maybe bring up the size a little bit. Right about there. Right about there. Switch back to our normal stance. I kind of like it, except for the outfit. Now, what do you think? Since you're going to be playing her too.
Let's play with the outfit then.
All right, let's play with the outfit.
I think it's time.
Now,
because this is a new character, we have some very limited outfit creations that we can do.
we may revisit this video a little later after we run the character for a bit and get stuff. There are outfits you can get free from well, not free, but when you join a fleet, you can get some outfit. You can go earn credits and get some outfits from there's a mining colony. There's a colony world. Sorry, hiccup there. The embassy and
also,
the
as you
starbase.
progress in levels, you're going to get access to the tailor and a few more things. So
Yeah.
Taylor,
you'll get access really quick. So if you're after you commit to the character, if you're not initially liking it, you can change that a lot quickly.
Yes. And if you want to spend money, you can do a lot quickly too.
Right.
But you will have the option always to do things without spending cash money, just time.
Yep. Now we have different comm badges here. I've always tended to like the next generation film one.
I'll be honest, I almost never pay attention to that. So everybody's got their own thing.
But I also like this one here. It kind of goes with our fleet logo.
Okay.
The nice little open version there. Now we have just a simple shirt, which doesn't have anything. The Antares outfit, the Antares 2 for the regular Odyssey outfit, which
very reminiscent of TNG movie.
Yep, which we actually have the TNG movie here too.
Yes, we do. Hey, I've got one of those at home.
Ah, very nice. Sierra.
So why don't we pick one for the moment?
I think we'll stick with Sierra 2.
Okay.
Now there's actually 2 different color configurations here, which just changes the primary colors around. As you can see here, we're going to go with one. You also have the option of a glossy or a matte finish on the outfit. One kind of makes it look a little more leathery. The other doesn't. And then we get down here to colors.
So if you look at the uniform, so where it's red, you'll see there's a red square up in the Sierra 2 to the right.
Yeah.
So if you're clicking on that one, it will change those portions. So you can see as Dark scrolls through everything, the color options.
Yeah, you can change it a whole lot. If you want white, you can do white.
Now these are fairly dark tones on this particular costume.
Yeah.
Other costumes play into a whole different range of color sets. Klingons, a little less colorful, a little bit more sedentary colors. Though, as we saw yesterday, you can be a Klingon and have some very colorful outfits.
Yeah. A lot of those are purchasable outfits, which we can get into later. As I said, this is the basics right now. I tend to go bright enough that you can see some color to there, then dark, but dark enough that you can see still the patterns, but I'm not. We can go to reds or red and gold, or really, there's a lot of choices.
You can also play yellow for engineering, blue for science, red for command if you want to do it that way. If you want to play red shirts, you can play red shirts.
Yeah.
This is your captain, your ship, your fleet. You can have as much fun with it as you want to.
Now, initially, you do have a rank insignia, which is you start as a lowly ensign. And in this uniform around here, if you go, for example, just to quickly change the Odyssey, the ranks end up on the collar. I think we'll go with the Odyssey actually with this character. It's a generic and pretty basic. Personally, I tend, since I like the TNG aspect, I tend to get rid of the belt. Then you go pants loose, and then you're in your Odyssey point right there. It's a very quick and very simple outfit.
And many of my Toons still have this.
Yeah. Many of mine still do also. But like I said, without the belt, you get a kind of a TNG look to the first contact TNG look to the uniform.
Mm-hmm.
I tend to change the badge color to I tend to make it a little more silver with these to make it pop. And there we go. There's your basics for how your uniform looks.
And again, it's your Toon. Play with it the way you want to.
You also can add gloves to it if you want. But we're going to keep her with bare hands. And then you get into the last part of this, which is the background.
And most importantly, a character name.
Exactly. We can randomly pick names by hitting random. Actually, we got a pretty decent one coming up immediately.
It's not bad.
Yes. Sometimes you luck out with these. Sometimes you get stuff. Sometimes you get stuff like Merrimack, Boston, Lima. Yep, there's like a billion variations of Enterprise and all that, and because you can't use Enterprise in the game, but yeah, so you'll find some names are actually you can't use them.
Mm-hmm. So if you want to play Enterprise, people will spell it with 2 N's or Enterprize, things like that.
Or they change the I since the name, they go all caps and they'll change the I to a lowercase L. Mm-hmm. So it looks like, for example,
right.
That's lowercase L in there, folks, just to let you know.
But that will work because it doesn't read the same way.
Right. But we're going to go for random name here. Macedonia.
We love that.
And if you have a biography, you can put stuff here like
blah 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 blah.
Blah blah my bio.
Yes. A lot of people write incredibly detailed biographies because this is a role-playing game and they are creating a character. And not only are they going to play this character,
and you get to interact with other people too, so it's always fun. Now, when you go back to appearance, there's something else you can do here. If you find a look you like, you can actually, I just forgot to do this here, you can actually save the outfit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, I like how the proportions and how this just came out for some reason just looks haughty Andorian. So we're going to save the outfit. You just hit that, and if you want to load in, this might show my preloads when you do this, but you can also, and this happens more in the regular tailor, you can hit load outfit, and then it'll pull up here's like a lot of this stuff is my other Andorians. You can't do it from here, but you can actually load up the pre-done Andorian outfits. That comes in later in the game when you go to the normal tailor, by the way. So.
And we'll walk you through where the tailors are as we get to each area.
Right. And once you're done, is there anything you'd like to change, Mom?
I'm good with everything for the moment. So you click on Engage.
Exactly.
And you get that nice little shiny thingy. And now you're going to come back to your loading screen.
As we're
and
doing here,
ready.
loading training day.
And that's going to be our first episode.
When you start, you cannot do anything. We're going to get our nice cutscene here. I don't know if the volume plays when we do this or not, but
only if you've set it that way.
And I don't. I'm running my mic separate, but basically, you'll get the Spock voice tutorial, which.
And we're going to come back and we're going to run these games with you, so you're going to get to see all of this. But this intro was actually done by Leonard Nimoy. He was a fairly large part of the game when it first kicked off.
Exactly.
And he still is a large part of the game for everybody.
Because wasn't this game come out around the time they started the reboot movies?
No, it predates it.
Predates it a little bit?
Yeah, I think it predates it. Goes back 8 years, and I think the reboot movies aren't that old. Are they?
2009, yeah.
Wow,
I'm pretty sure it's 2009. Yeah. Let me double check this here a little.
Because we're coming up on anniversary 8 or anniversary 9 in February.
Yeah. The Star Trek movie, the reboot movie with Chris Pine and all them, and Leonard Nimoy was actually 2009.
Wow. Of course, this was in production probably for the 3 years that the movie was in production too.
And then the game came out on February 2nd, 2010. So the reboot movie and Nimoy
predated it.
Yeah, Nimoy's voice work may have been concurrent with the new movie. Actually, it does make sense because they were talking about the destruction of Romulus, which was the reboot movies.
That's right. Which we won't spoil anything else about, but we'll tell you about that as we get to it.
We will say enough to say you explore it as you saw on there. You had an Andorian captain. A lot of the older visuals going here. Weapons that you never seen in game ever.
Yep. So that is going to be your intro, and that takes you up to your actual training day. We won't do that one today. We will do that together another day.
Right.
But we'll talk about some of the changes in the tutorials as you change factions too. We are doing a Federation. We are going to start, or we will run a Klingon, and we will do a Romulan because those intros are different.
Exactly. And since we have the slots, we'll probably even do an original series because that's a different intro, maybe a Discovery, which is quite familiar.
Yeah.
TOS is actually like the Romulans, it's a really different intro.
It is, and it's a lot of fun. So it really is nice to try different ones. But we're going to leave you with that for tonight, or for today, whenever you're watching this.
Well,
and we will be back with Training Day.
Yeah. That will be next time, folks.
And thank you very much for joining us. We will talk to you soon.
Exactly. See you next time.